Welcome back to my channel. Have you ever tasted frog meat? It might sound unusual, even strange, but in China, it's a billion-dollar business that is changing lives. Frogs here are not creepy creatures hiding in swamps. They are a major agricultural product, raised in farms with cutting-edge technology. Across China, farmers are breeding, growing, and exporting millions of frogs every year. This industry fuels rural towns, creates thousands of jobs, and supplies restaurants around the world, from Tokyo's fine dining spots to New York's luxury hotels. Forget what you think you know. Frog farming in China is not messy or random. It's clean, efficient, and built on science. So how do they do it? How can millions of frogs be raised, processed, and shipped globally without chaos? Stay tuned. What you are about to learn about China's frog farming empire will completely change the way you look at farming, food, and fun, and the future of protein. Part 1. How frog farming became big business. In China, frogs are not just caught in muddy ponds anymore. They are raised in state-of-the-art farms. Farmers breed billions of frogs every year, not in the wild, but under controlled, scientific conditions. China is now responsible for producing nearly 75% of the world's frog meat. The demand isn't random. Frog legs have gained massive popularity. They show up in street stalls, fancy restaurants, and even international markets like Japan, the United States, and Europe. What turned this into a billion-dollar industry? Modern breeding techniques, technology-driven farming, and a massive appetite for frog meat. In 2023 alone, China produced over 1.5 million tons of frog meat. This number isn't just statistics. It represents jobs, livelihoods, and thriving rural businesses. Certain regions like Jiangsu, Fujian, and Guangdong are at the heart of this farming revolution. These areas have the perfect warm, humid climate for breeding frogs on a massive scale. Part 2. The farming process, from tadpoles to frogs. It all begins with breeding tanks. In these water tanks, farmers carefully select strong, healthy frogs to mate. A single female frog can lay as many as 20,000 eggs in one breeding cycle. Farmers keep the water temperature stable, usually between 24 degrees Celsius and 26 degrees Celsius. This warm environment helps eggs hatch faster. Soon, the water fills with tiny tadpoles. Tadpoles are fragile. Farmers feed them nutrient-rich food designed to speed up their growth. Some farmers even sell extra tadpoles early to generate income while they wait for the main batch to mature. As the tadpoles grow, legs start to form, tails shrink, and they transform into tiny froglets. Once they're strong enough, these froglets are moved into larger outdoor ponds. Traditional farms mimic nature, mixing rice fields with frog ponds. This natural setup helps frogs grow safely, reducing disease and giving them shelter. Meanwhile, modern farms use filtered, controlled tanks to keep frogs healthy and disease-free. Feeding is serious business. Adult frogs can become aggressive and attack each other if food is scarce. Farmers feed them 2 or 3 times daily, with a diet rich in insects, worms, and protein pellets. Big farms even use automatic feeders that drop food at set times, ensuring every frog gets enough to eat without much human effort. After about 2 to 3 months, the frogs are big enough to harvest. Each frog can weigh anywhere between 0.45 to 2.8 kilograms, depending on the breed. Part 3. Processing frogs. Clean, pack, export. Harvesting frogs is not random. Farmers use special nets to catch them carefully. A bruised frog loses value, so the process needs to be gentle but quick. Once caught, frogs go to a sorting station where they are grouped by size and quality. The top-grade frogs are either sold fresh or sent to processing plants. At the factory, workers clean frogs using high-pressure water to remove dirt and bacteria. Next comes the skinning step. Workers skillfully peel off the skin and remove any unwanted parts. The frogs are rinsed again, often in cold or lightly salted water, to lock in freshness. Then comes the cutting phase. Some frogs are kept whole. Others are cut into legs or smaller pieces, depending on what the market demands. To preserve the meat, it's flash frozen instantly. This locks in the texture and flavor and keeps the meat fresh during shipping. Finally, the meat is vacuum sealed, labeled, and packed in boxes. Before anything leaves the factory, each batch goes through strict quality checks to meet global food safety standards. The meat is then shipped worldwide, mainly to countries like Japan, South Korea, the United States, and parts of Europe. Part 4. Why frog meat is so popular. In China, frog meat is not exotic. It's everyday food. Frog legs are prized for being high in protein, low in fat, and low in cholesterol. The texture is similar to chicken, but softer, with a slightly sweeter taste. Frog dishes are popular in both humble homes and luxury hotels. From spicy hot pots to crispy fried frog legs, frog meat appears across many Chinese cuisines. Whether it's street food in busy cities or fine dining in high-end restaurants, frogs have become a normal part of Chinese dining. Beyond local markets, frog farming boosts rural economies. A single large farm can earn tens of thousands of dollars per month, especially if they tap into the export market. This growing industry is a powerful example of how tradition and innovation can work together. Farmers, once struggling with traditional crops, have found new success in frogs. Who would have thought frogs could build an empire? In China, frog farming is more than an industry. It's a symbol of how innovation can transform lives. If you found this journey fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. More amazing stories about farming, food, and the hidden industries of the world are coming soon.